Hi guys, Brian from Brian Boas here. I have some top-notch examples of some really nice mid-sized locality boa constrictors. I've held these animals back over the years, and today I want to show you a close-up view of some of these beautiful constrictors. If you're new to the channel, this is the place for information about all aspects of keeping and breeding boa constrictors in captivity. So if you want to learn more about these amazing animals, be sure to subscribe to Brian Boas. As you guys who've been following the channel have seen in some of my other videos, I'm a big fan of all types of locality boas of all different sizes, from the dwarf boas to the larger boas like the true red tails. And I often show my dwarf boas like Tarahumara and Quality, which typically get in the 4 to 5 foot range, as well as my larger boas like my true red tails and my Argentine boas, which typically get to roughly the 6 to 9 foot range. Today I want to show you a few boas that are kind of the happy medium, and they're typically around 5 to 7 feet as adults. And I have a number of holdback subadult animals, and I'm going to take out my close-up lens and show you some details up close and personal of these beautiful holdbacks. Here we have a rare Central American form of boa imperator. This is a Honduran firebelly boa. And this guy is a holdback male from my 2018 litter. This guy stood out because of his largely patternless body. You can see he's got some saddles in the middle, but his tail and the front half of his body are patternless. Just a really beautiful animal. He's actually cooperating now. He usually moves around quite a bit. I'm going to see if I can try to get him to move a bit just so you can see his beautiful reddish colored belly. Here's another shot of a Honduran firebelly boa. You can see the reddish, pinkish, orangish belly that gives these animals their name. So this guy, his color has been developing as he's been getting bigger. And there's a close-up of his face. This guy's unusually chill today. He usually moves around quite a bit more. I don't know if he just didn't feel like moving around much today. But just a gorgeous animal, and hopefully this guy will be ready to breed in about 3 more years. I actually am pairing up his parents this year, so I'm hoping for some more of these beautiful Honduran firebellies in 2021. And here's another holdback Honduran firebelly. This is a female, also from my 2018 litter. This one has more of the typical pattern. You can see the saddles are going down the entire length of the animal. And this animal, you can see these Honduran firebellies have this kind of olive green body color with the darker saddles with the beautiful orangey colors on their sides. And you can see the tails are kind of dark red. And like Honduran boas in general, they kind of have a short, kind of stocky head shape. Here you can see the short, kind of stocky head shape of the Honduran firebellies. And then one distinguishing characteristic that this animal really shows nicely is their beautiful dark brownish orange eyes. Just really gorgeous eyes, very prominent, kind of stick out, but just an identifying feature of the Honduran firebellies. And if you look at the sides of this animal, you can see the beautiful coloration. And looking at her sides and her belly, if I can hold her up here, you can see some of the beautiful orange belly color that gives the Honduran firebellies their name. Okay, next we have an animal that really doesn't sit still for very long, so hopefully she'll cooperate. But this is a Pearl Island boa from the Pearl Islands off of the coast of Panama. And they're one of the more active forms of boa constrictor, as you can probably see by her refusal to sit still. But beautiful animals. You can see they're mostly patternless. They just have some kind of orangey brown saddles towards the tail. This is a 2019 holdback female. One of the distinguishing characteristics is their unique head shape. They have this really elongated head and kind of flared nostrils and very prominent kind of bulging eyes. Let's see if I can get her to cooperate. Hopefully you can see her beautiful prominent eyes. But definitely a unique form of boa constrictor. They were actually originally classified as a Picrides sabogae when they first were described about 100 years ago, and then reclassified as boa constrictor sabogae. There's another view of her head. one of the more active forms of boas. These guys actually live in the trees in the wild. They have a diet that consists of mammals, reptiles, small lizards, and quite a few birds as well. And here's a male from that same litter. This guy just doesn't want to sit still, so it's going to be a pretty quick snippet here. But you can see this is another beautiful sibling boa from 2018. This guy's just trying to get away, but you can see the patternless body. This guy is actually going in shed. He's not quite as bright as the female I showed you, but beautiful animal. They have this beautiful sheen and iridescence to them as well. And I'm going to end with a few of a very popular locality boa. These are Hog Island boas. This is a 2-year-old holdback female. This is a pure Sears bloodline animal. You can see the beautiful coloration, the lack of dark pigment, and the beautiful oranges and pinks that characterize this island boa. And these usually get to be about 5 or 6 feet tops, but I do have an adult female who's only about 4.5. My adult male is about maybe 5, and my other female is probably about 6.5 or 7. But nice boa, very popular among locality collectors. You can see the beautiful speckled pattern that these animals often show. And some breeders have bred out the speckling for kind of more of a clean look, but I actually like the speckled look a lot better. Here you can see the beautiful head of this animal. You can see quite a bit more calm than the Pearl Island boa. That guy was going crazy, but this Hog Island, she's just kind of chilling, cooperating for the camera. And there she is from another angle. Here's another Hog Island from 2018. This guy's a male. He's a little more pale in color than the female I just showed, not quite as bright. But these animals do change color quite a bit. They'll get darker or lighter during the day. You know, and it has to do with their emotional state as well as the temperature. But it's usually to be expected of these animals. This guy's got a lot of pale pink coloration to his sides. A lot of oranges as well. Just not quite as bright as the female I just showed you. But still a very nice animal. Just from a slightly different angle, the 2-year-old male Hog Island boa. And one more snake for this video. This is another Hog Island boa. This is a 2019 holdback female. She's about 1 year old. This animal is actually a half sibling to the two I just showed you. Oh, she's going under the log there. So they have the same father, but a different mother. In general, these guys are a little bit more greenish than their half siblings, with a more speckling, but you can see they have this beautiful orangey, rusty red kind of tail. Not really red, but kind of more of an orangey, rusty brown color. And a lot of this green highlights just a real beautiful animal. And I actually have the same pairing set up this year, the male and female that produced this one. I'm hopeful, but unfortunately my male only delivered a litter of 4 babies with my other female last year. I think there were like 6 or 7 slugs, so he might be getting a little tired. He's my only male Hog Island breeder at this point, so I'm going to try him again this year, and we'll see. Maybe he likes this female a little better, and we might get a better litter this year. Just have to see. But just a beautiful animal. Let me show you a nice speckling and beautiful coloration to these Hog Island boas. So those were a few of my mid-size holdback locality boas, and hopefully it gives you a good idea of some of the animals that are going to enter breeding trials at Bryan Boas over the next few years. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to shoot me a line. Thanks for watching and enjoy your boas.